let's first of all start off with the first game, which is my favourite multiplayer game so far, and it's even better because I'm pretty sure this is still 100% free, and that is Echo VR. Echo VR is basically the game that you see being played in the film called Ender's Game, but with a few tweaks. Essentially, it's a 4 versus 4, and you work as a team to throw your frisbee through the opponent's goal, but in space. What makes this so good is that you do get to move around a lot, as you twist and turn and catch the frisbee and defend the goal or boost off your teammates to get there before the other team does. But this game is honestly a genuine pleasure to play and makes the most out of the fully wireless experience that you get with the Quest and with the Quest 2. You can team up with friends, chat openly, or practice with the fun physics in the lobby before getting started into a proper game. It is well worth a try. The next game is my favourite shooter, and that goes to Robo Recall, which was a game that I actually first played on the Quest 1, but it is just so good. Like Echo VR, Robo Recall can make such good use of the space, providing you have the space, that is just so immersive. You know, you can literally walk around, pick up objects, robots, guns off the floor. The most fun I've had with this is in the garden, where there's so much more space, but as you might know with the Quest, you can't really use it outdoors unless it's overcast, and as the sun just blows out the cameras on this thing and makes it completely unusable. But if you can go play outside, so much fun. But with Robo Recall, you run, teleport, and just shoot your way through varying difficulties of levels and upgrading your gear along the way. The way you can literally move and dodge bullets and even catch bullets mid-air, throwing them back at your enemies, it can really just leave you breathless lots of the time. There is a great mix of action and a little bit of comedy mixed in just to keep the game kind of feeling fresh and fun and entertaining. And next we are on to fitness, which I actually got completely blasted for in my last video because apparently people don't use this for fitness. But I would completely argue that fitness is one of the best selling points on the Quest and on the Quest 2. Everyone is locked on their homes, at least here in the UK. Gyms are closed, it's far too cold outside to go and do things outside, so what's better than using this thing to at least keep fit? And in honesty, it is a tough choice for fitness, to be honest, because there's just such a huge variety of games for fitness. Fit XR is probably my favourite for a workout because this mixture of music and boxing and squatting and stuff great, but for me personally it does get older after a while playing the same tracks, but for a pure workout thing it is fantastic. After Fit XR, then something like Thrill of the Fight is awesome, a more realistic boxing experience which actually gets you moving around your space as you try and beat your opponent. Now this hasn't yet gotten boring for me as it's been a fairly new purchase, but I can see that perhaps when you reach the end of the game, so to speak, then you might just be running out of things to do and playing the same fights again and so on. But the one that hasn't ever gotten boring to me, even after playing it for over a year, is probably the staple that everyone should at least try when they get their VR headset, is Beat Saber. Beat Saber is by far one of the best games on VR. Did you ever play Rock Band or maybe Guitar Hero on other consoles? It's basically a VR version of that. We're playing And in the newer release version of Beat Saber, they have 360-degree maps, which make you twist and turn to slash all of the notes in the right direction in time to the music. And with difficulty ranging from easy to super expert, then you'll be sure to find a level that suits you. Now, what takes Beat Saber to the next level, for me at least, is that you can upload your own tracks into Beat Saber and play them to your heart's content. This, and I think this alone, is the one reason why Beat Saber hasn't ever been boring to me. Because if you take a look at bsaber.com, the website bsaber.com, there is an endless supply of tracks which people have mapped out for you to play. Now, if you do want a video about how to do this, then do let me know in the comments below. And if I get enough requests, I'll make a video and drop the link in comments down below. But the short version is that you connect your headset to the computer, install an app called SideQuest, and then you use that to kind of crack the game. I mean, it's not a crack, it's not illegal, but as it's not something the game developers can allow on the Quest directly, you need to basically just use this other tool to do so. But yeah, for me, being able to find any song to play has been fantastic. And on fitness, well, if you can keep up with some of the tracks on Expert at 360 degrees, then you'll get a great workout too. And lastly, this brings me on to my favourite QuestLink game, which I know is a bit out there because it's not something you can download directly onto your headset, but just hear me out. Using a QuestLink cable, which is basically a cable that you connect from your headset to your PC, you can pretty much play any VR game from your PC onto Quest 2 headsets. Now, if you want to know the best cable to buy for that, then check out this video because, surprise, you don't need to spend the ridiculous amount on the official cable anymore. But my pick here is the best QuestLink game, is Half-Life Alyx. It is by far the best produced, most interactive game that I've played so far on VR. The graphics are fantastic. because of course you're using all the power from your PC and not the headset directly, but you can pretty much interact with anything else in the environment, you know, cups and chairs and doors, and the control systems they have for selecting weapons and upgrading them, and just the overall gameplay is just incredible. It also gives Five Nights at Freddy's a bit of a run for its money for scaring yourself, because when you're in pitch black and you can hear one of these like face huggers crawling around near you and all you have is like a torch and a pistol, it can make you super, super anxious, believe me. Overall, Half-Life Alyx is the game that we've all been waiting for in the Half-Life series. You know, it's not quite Half-Life 3, but it is not far off, to be honest. And the end will give you a bit of an insight into what's coming next, but I won't show that because, well, spoiler alerts. But otherwise, the only thing left to say about Alyx is that the game is a really good length, so you won't finish it too quickly, and I do honestly believe it's worth the price to buy this game. There you have it for my top recommendations when it comes to games for the Oculus Quest, and therefore the Oculus Quest 2. I've also shot a video that's coming out on Sunday, which talks about some of the best accessories to buy, so make sure you subscribe to this channel and sign up for notifications to know when that one goes live, and I'll be sure to link it up here and down below in the description once that's live too. Otherwise, please do comment down below with your top gaming recommendations for the Quest, and please do like this video if you did, like it twice if you didn't, subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you in 3 days' time. Thanks, bye-bye.